Hi guys, it's Jade Melody here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through a lovely follow along upper back stretch. So if you do a lot of sitting down, you often have this kind of rounded back, and you also wake up feeling really tight in your upper body, in your shoulders and in your neck, then these stretches are going to be exactly what you need. Generally, if you do have a lot of tightness in your back and a lot of rounding here, you actually probably have a really tight shoulders and chest too, but we'll save those stretches for another video. You probably also have a tight upper back, so flexibility, that's going to be really important. You also want to focus on mobility of your upper body and also strength, but again, we'll come to those in other videos. For now, we're going to stick to just stretching out the upper back here. So you're not going to really need too much kit for this. You can do most of this stuff at home, but just join me, follow along, come along for this stretch routine, and you're going to feel so much better afterwards. So we're going to start off here using a massage ball. Now you can see mine is just a black plastic ball. You can use normal massage balls, you can use the spiky massage balls, or if you don't have either of those, you can also just use like a tennis ball. If you don't have this, you can skip this part, but it is really good and you can get really cheap massage balls online, so I would recommend grabbing one. We're going to place this just behind our shoulder blade here, so kind of upper back in the middle, but we're going to slightly place it to one side. We're going to be lying down on top of this, trying to slowly lift our hand from down next to our side, palm facing down, to overhead, palm facing up. You should feel slight rotation around your scapula, and as this happens, you will also feel that kind of moving around the massage ball. We're then exact same side, just going to bend that arm and just slowly roll around that upper back and just hold that position for a few seconds. Once you find those spots that are really tight, just stay still, put pressure on that massage ball. If you feel like you just want to roll backwards and forwards, you can do that as well. We'll do that for a few seconds, then we're going to swap onto the other side. So again, placing that massage ball just behind the shoulder blade on that one side, arm's going to go straight down next to us, palm facing down, and now I'm just slowly lifting that arm from down below to overhead. Once I've done a few of those lifts there, I'm going to start those slow and steady rolls. I'm going to place that hand behind my head, and all I'm going to do is roll. We're then going to move through a few more dynamic things before we get into static stretches. All fours here. We're going to have one hand behind our head with that elbow bent. You can kind of keep your hips high, or you can push them back a little bit. Pushing them back a little bit will make this one slightly easier. We're going to rotate and try and open that chest up towards the bent arm, twisting through that spine and almost trying to squeeze your spine like you're wringing yourself out like a towel. It's like you've got yourself a wet flannel and you're trying to wring out all the water. That's what we're trying to do to your back at this point. Now, the first time you rotate round, you might find it really hard to get anywhere. So rotate round the first time, really open up, then big breath in, and on the way out of that breath, rotate again. Do that 3 times. So again, we're going to bring that elbow down, having that hand behind the head, elbow's going to come down, open that chest up, deep breath out, and back down. We're then moving on to the static stretches here. So first one we're going to go for is we're going to just sit on our knees, and we're going to have the hand over the top of the head holding the ear. I'm going to pull the ear down to that shoulder. If you want to add a bit more, we're going to take the other hand and place it behind your back, and you're actively trying to think about pulling the shoulder down as you pull the head to the side. And holding the stretch for 30 seconds, so you are actively pulling your ear down to your shoulder, and then the other shoulder you're actively pulling away from you. By having that hand round behind your back, that will help you to really pull that shoulder down and away from you in that position as you pull your head down towards the side. Then we're going to switch the hand from the side to the back of the head and pull the chin diagonally down towards your chest. You should be getting quite a big stretch in your traps here. So a lot of upper back tightness can come from our traps, and often tightness in your traps can also cause headaches and other things like that. So 30 seconds in both those positions. So again, that is going to be your ear down to your shoulder, other hand round behind your back, and actively pulling the shoulder down as you pull the ear to the side. Trying to open up, getting your ear as far away from your shoulder as possible, and then after 30 seconds, again swapping positions, that hand goes to the back of the head, pulling the chin diagonally down to the corner and towards that chest. Try to keep that chin tucked down in this position. We're then going to do a bit of upper back mobility, that's opening up, which is really important. So for this one, you can either grab a rolled up mat or a foam roller or anything like that. You're going to lay on top of it with your shoulder blades just on whatever it is that you've got. You're trying to keep your bum on the floor and let your upper back go as far over as you can. Now, some people might be flexible enough to let their head and upper back go all the way to the floor, or you might not be able to, and that's fine. You can just hold it here, or you can move your head around a bit if you'd like to as well. So I like to pull my head in, my chin down towards my chest, and then pull my head up to the sky. I like to also do a few rotations here, moving through that top part of my spine. Again, the main aim on this one is to keep the bum on the floor and then let your upper spine hang over whatever it is you've got as much as you can. We're then going to need an elevation. With this one, you can either use a box or your bed or a chair or a bench or whatever you have. We're going to pop our elbows on top of that elevation and bending so that our hands are over our head. We're going to send our chest down to the floor and try to stretch through the lats. You can have a curve in your spine here like I do. Preferably though, really we're thinking about pushing the chest down as opposed to the stomach, as we're trying to get a stretch through those lats. You can move your hands here a little bit as well if you'd rather have them straight or bent. If you want to kind of keep moving them, that's fine, but we're really just trying to hold this position, trying to push that chest as low as it can go and really feel that stretch down those lats. We are then going to do a stretch which is amazing if you have any trapped nerves in your upper back. So one hand diagonally across your body, palm facing away, other hand pushes the back of that hand away from you to round the upper back, and then chin tucks diagonally down into the corner. You're trying to actively push that hand across your body with the other hand, so push that hand away from you with the other hand, and then tuck that chin as far down as you can. Keep that rounded upper back. You should feel all the nerves in your upper back really get released with this one. Again, we're going to swap onto the other side. So other hand diagonally across, other hand pushes that hand away from you and chin tucks down. You can see from the back there should be a big open space between your shoulder blades. Keep trying to pull that shoulder blade away. Keep that chin really tucked in as much as you can to get those nerves pulled out of their trapped position here. We're then going to finish on some stretches which require the TRX. We're going to hold the TRX with the hand that's furthest away from it, and from there you're going to make sure that your shoulder stays down and you're leaning away, and your shoulder blade and scapula should really stretch across. My other arm is going to come up and over and hug myself in this position. I'm going to keep my chin tucked down, and I'm generally trying to use my body weight to stretch that arm across my body. And do the same thing on the other side, switching sides, furthest hand away from you, rotate down towards the floor, let your body weight pull your shoulder blade out of position, and hug yourself with your other hand. And the more you put your body weight into this, the more stretch you'll start to get, where you start to really use your body weight to hang off that TRX. Final stretch coming up. We're going to hold a hand in each hand here. We're going to take a few steps away from that TRX, and we are going to look to push our bum back and let our hands hang over our head. Really nice and straight arms here, and again shoulder blades and scapula kind of move away from each other, and you can just sit in this position for however long it feels comfortable, chin tucked down, rounded upper back. And that is it. That's the full routine done. You should feel all those kind of trapped nerves, knots and stiffness in that upper back be much more released now. Now obviously for stretching to be useful, you do have to do it regularly, so make sure to keep coming back to this video, follow it along again, keep doing it regularly, and you will find that it makes a huge difference. Anyways, to see the rest of those videos that I talked about at the start, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss any of my videos. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.